Good morning, students. Welcome to the class 9th Social Science. In that, the story of village Palampur we were started already, and in that two classes we have completed, and you have studied. Here it is overview and introduction of Palampur and organization of production, how the production will come out. For production, what all is required: land, labor, physical capital, and the fixed capital, and working capital. All these are called the factors of production. This is you studied. And the next class is there is a way one can grow more from the same land, that you studied. How can we have a multiple crops in a year and different crops in a year? How we can grow by going for the not only a traditional farming method, going to the modern farming method by using the HYE seeds and pump set, canals, electricity, and pesticides, fertilizer, and the farmer machinery. These all we studied. So today we are going to study about, will the land sustain? So if you do these all using fertilizer, pesticides and all, will the land will be sustained? That we are going to study today. Yes, see, the land being a natural resource, it necessary to be careful in its use. Scientific reports and indicate that the modern farming methods have overused the natural resource base. And what they says here, yes, land being a natural resource, land is a natural resource, isn't it? So that natural resource, how we are utilizing it, how you are using it, that is very very important. And modern farming method is overused on the natural resources in many areas, and green revolution is associated with the loss of soil fertility due to the increased use of chemical fertilizers. See, modern farming method is good, but modern farming method is very harmful to the land, the green revolution. And due to the increase of chemical pesticides, fertilizers and all, the land fertility will go off. It will increase the use of chemical fertilizers. Also, continuous use of groundwater for tubewell irrigation has led to the depletion of the water table. Environmental resources like soil fertility and the groundwater are built up over years. Once destroyed, it is very difficult to restore them. We must take care of the environment to ensure a future development of agriculture. See, by using the pesticides and fertilizers, chemicals on the land fertility will go off. And by using the tube well for irrigation, so the groundwater will go down, it will get emptied, and depletion of water will happen. So this land fertility and the groundwater, it takes years, over years to store the built up. If we once destroy it, it is not so easy to get it back. We can't restore it very soon. So in that case, we have to think over these all modern methods also. Understood? And same way, here it is some of the things what you studied here. Land can be sustained by using the modern method farming? No, we can say. So, and coming to the next point, how is the land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? How it is distributed? See, you must have realized how important a land farming. Unfortunately, not all the people engaged in agriculture have sufficient land. for cultivation. In Palampur, about 1/3 of the 450 families are landless. You know that earlier only in the beginning of the lesson only you studied. In the Palampur, all of the people or all of the families are not having the cultivation land, agriculture land. In that, 1/3 of the 450 families are landless, no land at all. And 150, for example, 150 families, most of them Dalits, have no land for cultivation. They don't have land for cultivation. Of the remaining families who own a land, and 240 families cultivate a small plots of land less than 2 hectares in size. So see, everywhere, not only in Palampur, it is same for everywhere. So who are staying in a same particular village, the all are not having a same uh, cultivation land, and not all are not having a cultivation land for cultivation. So some are having a more land, some are having less land, limited land, some are having landless. Here it is, some are like a landless than the 2 hectares in a size. So 150 people, 150 families don't have a land at all, and 240 families are having a small land just like 2 hectares in a size. Cultivation of such plot doesn't bring additive income to the farmer family. So in the 2 hectares of land, if the cultivation, they can't fulfill their needs of the whole year. So they can't fulfill they can't get the proper income what they require for their families. So you can see that large number of small plot scattered around the village in the picture. See, a small land, a small scattered plot lands you can see around the village in the picture. These are cultivated by the small farmers. On the other hand, more than half the area of the village is covered by plots that are quite large in size. In Palampur, there are 60 families, medium and large farmers, who cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. A few of them large farmers have land extended over 10 hectares and more than that. See, we have studied 150 families doesn't have a land, and 240 families are having very less land, very less land, that is not even 2 hectares of land. And other than that, here it is, and 60 families is having more than 2 hectares of the land, and few large farmers, they have extending over 10 hectares of the land. So this is how the life of families in the Palampur goes on. So if you study this, you can look at this distribution of cultivated area and the farmers in this picture, you will understand very well. So all the families are not having a proper and same equal cultivation land for everybody. Some are landless, some are having less land, some are having more land, some are having more and more larger land. That is all. So here it is, who will provide the labor? That is a question here. Who provide the labor? After land, labor is the next necessary factor for production. See, when we talk about the production, land is very very important, first thing. So land, we come to know that how the land will be in one. For example, in the Palampur we have taken, land will not be equally for all the families. Some are having the landless, some are having very less land, some are having large land, some are having very more large land owners will be there. Next question is, and who will provide the laborers? That is a question now. Okay, so who provides? Here it is, labor is the next necessary factor for the production. Farming requires a great deal of hard work, and laborers means that is a very important role here, because they have to play a very great deal of hard work here. The small farmers, along with their families, cultivate their own fields. So small farmers are there, no? Their family is enough to cultivate in their own land because they have a less land. The family, one family people are enough to cultivate in that field. That is all. Thus, they provide the labor required for farming themselves. So sometimes after completing their own land farming work, they will also go and work in others' land. So they will give the laborers requirement themselves. So medium and large farmers hire a farm laborers to work on their field. Some of the medium and large farmers are there. No, I said no, more than 2 hectares, one who own the land, and more than 10 hectares of the land. Those medium and large farmers are there. No, they will hire the farmers. Hire means they will take them for the. They will pay the daily wise wages. They will take the laborers to work in their fields. This is how goes on. This is how the laborers availability will be fulfilled for the farming. See here, and when we see this, see, the farm laborers came either from landless families or families cultivated small plot and land. From where we get the farmers? We get the farmers, the one who don't have the land. Landless farmers are there, no? They will go and work in others' farm. And some of the small land, small plots of land will be there, no? Those people will go and work in their land. Unlike the farmers, farm laborers do not have right over the crops. The crops grown on the land instead they are paid wages by the farmer for whom they work. See, the one who come and work in others' land, the medium farmer and large farmers, they will pay the daily wages to the laborer in cash or in kind of a crop. Sometimes they will give the cash also. And very long time, and in olden days they used to not give the money. They used to give the what the crop they will grow in that, some of the part they used to give it to the laborers. So here it is, sometimes laborers get meals also in the farm, medium and large farmers land. They used to feed them also. The wages vary widely from region to region. So wages, which we talk about, salary or daily wages, that will be different from one region to another region, and one crop to another crop, and seasonal time. See, sometimes wages will be keep changing for one crop, also another crop is different, and one season and another season is different, and one particular what is that type of work will be the laborers for work, basis on the work also they will fix the wages, and this is how goes on. But like sowing and harvesting also they do sometimes, the from one farmer activity of another farmer, like sometimes they will exchange the laborer work also, means one the small farmer family will go and work in other family so land, they will also come to these peoples and work, and they will, this is give and take policy. When they require, these people will go there and work. When these people require, they will come and work here, so it is equal. So, and there is also wide variation in the duration of employment. The farm, a laborer might be employed on a daily basis or for one particular farm activity like harvesting, or for the whole year. So here it is, some kind of a farm laborer are there, they might be employed on a daily basis. Most of the laborers will be work as a daily basis only. And again, sometimes particular farm activity, only harvesting time he will come, only cutting time he will come. the whole year he will come. Like this will be the as per their agreement and commitments they will do. Dala is a landless farm laborer who work on daily wages in Palampur. This means he must regular look for a work. Because Dala is a landless laborer, so he has to look after the daily wages work in Palampur every day. The minimum wages for a farm laborer set by the government is 300 per day as per the March 2017. But Dala gets only 160. There is a heavy competition of work among the farm laborers in Palampur. See, here it is actually the government has fixed 300 rupees for a daily wages for laborers, but more lot of competition means most of the laborers are there, less work is there. Obviously, competition will go on. Who takes very less wages, they will get the work. So here it is. Dala also will get only 160 rupees for a daily wage work. Why? Because competition among the laborers. So people agree to work for lower wages. Dala complains about the situation to Ramkali, who is another farm laborer. Both the Dala and Ramkali are among the poorest people in the village. So, hope you understood this. Did you understood? And please go through the textbook. It's very easy topic. You will understand very easily. And continue. Let us continue the remaining lesson in the next class. Thank you so much. And I have tried in some other way. Just keep checking. And let me know whether you understood or not. Text me.